Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. You probably have no idea who the fuck I am. My name's James. This is my old channel. I used to upload just random videos. But yeah, I've changed a bit now. So as most of you guys know, if you are part of the YouTube community and you watch YouTube videos daily and you know what the scenarios happen on YouTube, FaZe Banks or Ricky Banks or whatever you want to call him, and his girlfriend Alissa, and Alissa's family and two of her friends got into quite a large conflict. I think it was a couple of days ago now, in Alissa's hometown of Cleveland at Bailey House. I think it's Bailey House Bar, and yeah, shit's gone down. Now, I totally respect Ricky. I fuck with his whole vibe. I love, the way he does things, the way he brings out content, the ways he goes through things, and I love Alissa. She's such a lovely, bubbly person, and they're perfect together. And I truly respect him and her and them together. I don't really know much about Barley House. I've watched both of their videos that they've both released. Ricky Banks released like a 34-minute video explaining the whole thing. I watched the whole thing all the way through, and then I watched I think it's Barley or Bailey House response to it, and there were definitely some inconsistencies and definitely different sides, and certain things, juxtapositions that weren't opposed from Ricky Banks' side and from the bar's side. One of the main things that Ricky did state was he was doing nothing to agitate this security guard, doing nothing. And the clip that the bar has released, personally I think that displays that he is just being his normal self. He's dancing around, he's waiting for his girlfriend to come out from having a piss. Like, he's just sitting there just being a normal dude waiting. And the woman Maria, who works for a sister bar, I think he said in his video, is going to the toilet as well with Alissa and one of her friends. I'm not sure who it was. But it was just, he's waiting. I've done before. You just wait outside. You go on your phone. You look around, just waiting for them to get out of the toilet. Now, this is a restricted area that they went to, into the sort of basement area where they have the office, where they have toilets. I assume they're staff toilets, and they're probably where they count their money. That's what the bar said. At the end of the night, they count how much money they got down by the office. Now, the thing that the bar said in their response video really did not make sense to me. At one point, you can roll the clip. James, roll the clip. Right, as you saw in that clip, the guy said that there was one security guard there with Ricky, which is true, but in the office you see I think it was the staff manager or some kind of security guard manager comes out and looks and sees what's happening, and then they start to get more aggressive with him, and then eventually they pull him upstairs. Now, obviously, Ricky had been having some drinks. He's already said this. He had 2 drinks. But however, the juxtaposition to this is that the bar said that he had, apparently, to confirm, there's no evidence, but apparently the voice, the confirmation is coming from some random bartender that apparently the person was saying that they served him at least 4 drinks. Now, when I was thinking about this, a man always goes up to the bar and orders drinks for other people, take him back to the table or whatever. So, or as they had a VIP booth, he might have ordered the drinks for them because they might have been on their phones or talking. I assume his VIP booth is quite large. So he's ordering drinks does not mean he has actually had intake of this alcohol. So there is no proof that he's highly intoxicated on 4 drinks. And I'm going to show the receipt that the bar showed. Right, in the moment of editing this video, I just realised that there was a discount code. I assume because Maria works at the sister bar, she's got a discount of $200. It would have come to $800. $800. Thank you. Carry on with the video, James. Code here. As you can see, that it said $600. Ricky Banks had $1,000. And then in the video, the bar's response video, they said, oh, it was only $600. what, $600 is closer to 1,000 than fucking, you know, 50 quid. It's a lot of money. I don't think you realise that the VIP booth is clearly going to cost a lot because it's a VIP booth. They have to have separate, you know, security guards. They get, you know, expensive bottles and stuff like that. So I think they need to take that into account as well. That's a lot of money. And clearly Ricky Banks is angry at this because, you know, he's, you know, paid all this money to have a great time, you know, impress Alyssa's family, because obviously they went out there for Thanksgiving, and he just feel like he's been disrespected because he's, you know, spent so much money and then he's getting dragged out by his, you know, his head is getting pushed out and stuff like that. Now, another thing that the bar said, that Ricky Banks threw a glass. Now, what I'm going to show in the footage that they've shown us, you see that they're not showing us the whole, you know, uncut footage. They are, you know, cutting this from certain parts. I understand, you know, when they walk out the scene, they're going to go to a different camera. But when they were downstairs in the basement area, they did not show the whole clip. They just showed certain clips of Ricky to put Ricky more in the wrong here. I'm not supporting anyone, to be honest. I am just, you know, I support Ricky in some way or form because obviously it's happened to me before. You know, you're just sitting there thinking that you've done nothing wrong. You've had confirmation from Maria, this person, that you're allowed to be down there. So I support Ricky in some context, as I understand what he's going through. But I don't support him in the idea that, you know, Bailey's or whatever it was should be closed down forever. It should be destroyed, you know, burnt down. And I understand that, you know, he is doing this. He's not doing it for fame, he's not doing it for anything like that. He's just very upset and angry that he's being disrespected like this, going back to my point again about how he feels like he's disrespected. Now, another thing is, going back to glass, it was a water bottle, because you can see when it hits the ground there is no, you know, shatter of glass. No one reacts to the shattered glass, so it must have just been a water bottle or some kind of plastic object, because if the glass spattered everywhere, everyone, you know, would look around and see what the hell's happening. And if a glass shard hit you, you'd see blood, because if you get cut by a glass, they're very sharp, you're going to bleed. Another thing that I find quite interesting from Ricky Banks' part to the bar's part is that Ricky was, and Alissa, and I assume the rest of the family, were angry at the bar because, you know, they've been chucked out, they've been attacked, no one likes to, you know, be manhandled, especially from a man's point of view. You don't want to be manhandled, Joe. You think you're the alpha male in this situation. You're the one, you know, keeping an eye on your girlfriend and girlfriend's friends and the family. You know, you're the one that's got to protect them. He doesn't feel like he should be manhandled from all the money that he spent in this place. Now, yeah, it's understandable what Ricky is saying. Another thing is these two, as they call, patrons or something like that to the bar. I'm not sure entirely, there'll be a definition on the screen, but basically it doesn't really make sense that, well, you could see that Alissa was not provoking, but she was sort of intentionally, you know, trying to get up in their face, trying to, not get up in the face, but trying to show their face to the camera, so then, you know, her large Instagram or large following could see these people that were causing her distress. And that's understandable, you know, that's what this day and age is. Make sure that you get it on film, because filming something is far much better evidence, because there's sound involved than security cameras. You know, it's a much easier scenario to be in if you have, you know, video evidence of something. Personal experience, video evidence helped me win a case over someone else, to make sure that it's called Barley House, by the way, I just checked. Yeah, so it's just a bit crazy how it's all blown up, and just how they're not releasing. Personally, I believe that the bar is not releasing the entire footage that they could release. It's quite annoying that they're not releasing the whole thing uncut. We can all look at it and we can all, you know, digest it, and then us being the jury, as the people said in the video, the bar said we are the jury, so we want to see the entire evidence. We're not having little snippets, we want to have the entire thing shown to us. I apologise if this video is very long. I respect Ricky, and I respect, you know, big establishments, because clearly this is a big establishment. They've got so many security guards. You know, they're paying these security guards good money. They, you know, they've got bartenders, they've got drinks, they've got VIP booths. They're clearly a good business, and they clearly are able to run with the money that they are getting. So they're clearly doing something right in this scenario, not in this scenario, but in general as a establishment. Now, another thing that I found out was, going back to the basement, is that in the video they stated that Richie, which is one of the security guards that originally told Banks to go upstairs, he said that he was assaulted, now attacked, all this kind of scenario, right? Well, I don't understand how is that possible, really, as you did not show the full clip. You only cut it to where Ricky Banks was walking around, and you're just stating that he's walking around, so he's, you know, showing aggressive behaviour. He shrugged his shoulders twice, Banks did. I don't understand how that's aggressive behaviour. He's dancing, you know, having a fun time. He's clearly enjoying himself at a bar. You know, when you go to a bar, you know, there's so many things happening, and it's a really exciting place to be when you're of age. And it's understandable that he's, you know, just waiting for his girlfriend. There's no problem in that. But the problem is that they're not showing the scene where allegedly that Richie is getting attacked by Banks. It is clear that 2 security guards, maybe even 3, 4, because I'm not sure how the layout of the bar works, grab onto Banks and pull him up the stairs, you know, push him up, because they actually cut it. They didn't actually show the full extent of him walking up the stairs. They cut it from where you can see down the bottom of the stairs, and then they come up to the top of the stairs. They don't show the in-between bit. That's why we need the whole thing to be shown so we can actually see this. Right, I did actually tweet a couple times in front of my Twitter. It's on the screen, or if I forget to do that, it's just at its_James with a Z_. I just tweet random shit, and you can just come follow me if you really want to. But there's a couple of things that I tweeted at the actual bar itself, just to tell them that they need to do something about the inconsistencies in their video. So I said, at Barley's house, Cleveland, you failed to explain and misinterpreted 3 things in your explanation video. First, Banks threw a water bottle, not a glass, as nothing smashed. I explained that earlier. Second, Patriot 2, as they call it, strangled Alissa, as the Patriot 2 is the man in this scenario. I think that's what they said. He actually attacks Alissa. You can see that he goes to strangle her, not, you know, try and defuse the situation. He actually attacks Alissa by strangling her in this scenario. It's just absurd, really, what is actually happening. And you can clearly see that he's strangling her, but then the bar seems to say, no, this was, you know, he was trying to defuse the situation. It's clear. And as soon as Banks sees that, that's why he springs off. It's not because he's an aggressive person in general. If someone sees someone getting strangled, especially a woman in this situation who's been attacked twice already with a phone to the face, clearly someone is going to stop that. Especially, you know, sexism is such a big thing nowadays. No one accepts sexism. Well, 99% of everyone. And there are stupid people in the world that do accept it, but no one should accept that. He clearly, being his girlfriend for how many months, is going to attack this person and stop him. That's why he punches him. He's not being aggressive because he's an aggressive person or he's had too much to drink. He is attacking him because he is attacking his girlfriend. This man who is somehow linked to this bar is attacking his girlfriend. He is clearly going to stop this person, because no one is going to stand up for someone, even if it's just a random woman in the street. No one is going to accept someone getting punched in the face, strangled, all this. They're gonna it's just silly. It's silly, and it's pissing me off. Yeah, he was not trying to stop it. And lastly, there were at least 2 security guards downstairs with Ricky, even though you said 1. I am supporting Ricky in this scenario because I believe certain things in the explanation video of the bar, the Bailey's one, the Barley, sorry, it is just inconsistent and does not make sense, and I just don't believe that it should go on like this. It is just badly explained. It shouldn't be like that, and it's just a bit stupid, and I just don't accept what he is trying to say in this scenario. So guys, if you enjoyed that video, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. You're not being forced to, just do whatever you want. It's my explanation video. If you've got any other things, inconsistencies that you saw in either of the videos, please tell me. If you disagree with what I've been saying, please tell me, and we can have a little chat. You can do a fucking podcast if you really want to. Thanks guys for watching. Sorry this is a fucking 14-minute video. I apologise. Probably no one will make it to the end. If you did, you're a fucking real one. I'll see you later guys. Cheers.